I think the youngest, Kelly, was a 9-month-old who got a $100,000 loan.
All right, so Elon Musk, a man who came here from apartheid South Africa, who secretly is working with Donald Trump so that we can annex Canada so he can use his Canadian citizenship to become president of the United States, also uncovered $330 million in SBA loans to children.
Well, a clear case of fraud was with the Small Business Administration, where they were handing out loans, $330 million worth of loans to people under the age of 11. I think the youngest, Kelly, was a 9-month-old who got a $100,000 loan. That's a very precocious baby we're talking about here.
That's it. Go get the kids. I want Justin and Luke in this room right now. We're going to fill out some paperwork, and I'm getting those kids to get on the government dole. I want some of that SBA money. I don't know how you have to do it. I don't know if they have to sign, or we'll give them a crayon, or we're all better at Play-Doh right now. We're making some really amazing things. But do you realize how insane this is? This is the man that they hate. $300 million of small business loans that went to children, including a 9-month-old. Maybe that's why the guy has 14 kids. He's like, let me cash in on this government cheese. It's just absolutely insane, and it continues. Here's Department of Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins just cutting more obscene fraud.
Thank you. We just had a wonderful cabinet meeting, all aligned on certainly the effort to realign the government. But even at the U.S. Department of Agriculture, we've canceled a $300,000 contract educating on food justice for queer and transgender farmers in San Francisco. A similar contract we canceled in New York, again educating transgender and queer farmers on food justice and food equality. I'm not even sure what that means, but apparently the last administration wanted to put our taxpayer dollars towards that. We canceled a $600,000 contract out of Louisiana that was studying the menstrual cycles of transgender men, a $600,000 contract. We canceled another contract out of a university in the middle of the country that focused on getting more diversity, equity, and inclusion into our pest management industry. Again, these are nonsensical. It makes zero sense to use taxpayer dollars to fund these. I know these are just a few examples of the hundreds and hundreds that we have found.
Queer and trans farmers, not transformers. Although I always thought Starscream was a little queer. Megatron, he was so whiny. Megatron. Queer and trans farmers. That's what we're sending money to. And because they're exposing it, they're being called Nazis and bigots and the rest of it. It's so, do you care when you get your eggs? I made eggs this morning. Made two beautiful, it's basically sunny side up, but I put the pan on top so you're gonna get a little bit of something over the top. So it's not just pure goo, right? So you could call it medium over medium, that's what I like. I frankly don't care if my farmer, who's got the chickens and the coop and the whole thing, if he's straight or gay, male or female. I don't care what his genitals are. I don't care if he's a dude with boobs and a wang. And it's like, are you able to provide the chicken feed and make sure that the chickens can get into the coop at night and not be killed by the raccoons so that I can eat an egg? But you don't deserve extra money just because you have boobs and a dong.